What's up, family? Trail here, and guys, we have some huge problems ahead of us that we need to start preparing for. And yes, this could affect millions of Americans. Well, right here we have a dire message for millions of Americans. And it says right here that Americans should get ready to brace for higher natural gas prices, according to the Chevron CEO. Yes, it says that prices at the pumps have fallen along with the cost of the barrel of crude oil, but the CEO of Chevron, one of the world's largest energy companies, thinks that consumers in the United States should be prepared for a shock when they get home heating bills this winter. Now, the Chevron chairman and CEO Mike Wirth said in an interview with CNN that there's certainly a risk that costs will go up for American consumers. Wirth is not predicting a rise of the magnitude seen in Europe, where prices have skyrocketed, largely due to the impact of Russia limiting the exports of natural gas, but the energy situation in the United Kingdom and on the continent is far more dire. Now, prices already are very high relative to history and relative to the rest of the world. We're already seeing this impact being felt in the European economy, and I do think it's likely that Europe goes into a recession. So again, guys, this is just more dire and warning messages for those Americans in the United States as well as other countries as well, that we could see more damning news here in the future, especially as the price of natural gas continues to rise. And as we enter into this winter season, and hopefully this winter is not worse than the previous year, but if it's so, that could mean that these prices of natural gas could skyrocket here in the U.S. like it has already in Europe. But again, guys, I just wanted to keep you guys informed of that information. But moving on, guys, hey, according to the White House, they have potentially reached a tentative deal in regards to the strike with the railroad. Yes, we talked about this previously on the previous video, in which they were potentially headed towards a strike on Friday morning at 12 a.m. But according to the White House, it looks like they have a potential tentative deal on the table. It says right here that the U.S. railroads and workers have averted a shutdown, but there is still work that remains to be finalized in regards to getting a contract signed into law. Yes, it says right here that the U.S. freight railways and the unions representing 115,000 workers may have reached a tentative deal to avert a shutdown that could have battered the U.S. economy, but the industry isn't clear on the danger as of yet. Now, leaders of the 12 unions involved in the talks must now sell agreements to members who will vote to ratify or reject them over the next several weeks. And if Wednesday's rejection of the agreement by one of the smaller unions and complaints online by numerous union members are any guide, this won't be an easy sell. So again, guys, like I said, it looks like they have a tentative deal on the table, but they still have to make sure that they can get all of the 12 unions to actually agree with this potential deal that is on the table. And whether or not that is going to happen, we still don't know. It looks like they have some concerns over the smaller unions and whether they will actually agree to this particular deal. Now, we could have to wait a couple of weeks or so before we actually find out, but the good news is that they won't have a shutdown happening on Friday morning. So that means that the economy is not necessarily in risk right now. However, if they don't get this deal signed, the U.S. economy still could face some dire news going forward. Again, guys, I will keep you guys posted, but here is some more damning news as well, guys, because Ray Dalio, he is now saying that stocks in the stock market could fall about 20%. And yes, this is one of the head of the hedge fund at Bridgewater, Ray Dalio. He threw some cold water on the stock market. And here is what he has to say. Dalio said that inflation would stay above what people and the Federal Reserve want, saying that my guesstimate is that it will be around 4.5% to 5% long term. But he said if that pans out and the rates go higher as they are forecast, asked it to do, Dalio says that equity prices could fall another 20% from what they've already fallen. And yes, he said that since the monthly inflation report came in higher than expected earlier this week, Dalio is a respected investor who has his finger on the pulse of several markets. While that doesn't mean we are guaranteed to see a 20% dip, it does mean that we should use some caution in where we are sitting right now, guys. So according to this particular hedge fund manager, he does see that stocks could even drop an additional 20%, which is crazy because stocks have already dropped 50 to 70%. But guys, that is just in regards to the stock market. But like I said, if you want to go ahead and get those free 15 free stocks with moomoo, you definitely want to sign up using the link down below. But anyways, guys, hey, President Biden is planning on meeting with the families of Griner and Whelan at the White House sometime today. Now, it says that President Biden on Friday is planning to meet with the families of the WNBA star Brittany Griner and the former Marine Paul Whelan to discuss his continuing commitment to securing their release from the Russian detainment, according to the White House. Now, this particular planned visit is set with Biden's first in-person meeting with the families of Griner and Whelan. For months, both families have urged President Biden and the Biden administration to bring their loved ones back home once again. And Biden is planning to separate meetings with Griner's wife, Cheryl Griner, and Whelan's sister, Elizabeth Whelan, according to the White House press secretary. And in a statement, they are saying that, look, as we have said before, we believe that Russia is wrongfully detaining Brittany and Paul under intolerable circumstances, and we have been directly engaged with the Russian government through appropriate channels. And so far, back in July, the administration said that they had made a substantial proposal to bring home the two wrongfully detained Americans, but there haven't been any public plans since the Secretary of State Antony Blinken's comments that he made. And also, we have followed up that offer repeatedly, and we will continue to pursue every avenue to bring them home safely, according to the press secretary. So again, guys, that meeting should happen today. I don't know if we will get any updates in regards to that meeting, considering it looks like it's more of a private meeting with the family members of these detained individuals that are detained in Russia. But hopefully, guys, the Biden administration can figure out what they need to do and how they can bring these two individuals back to U.S. soil. But hopefully, guys, that happens very soon. Guys, we have an update in regards to the former president, Donald Trump, in which the judge has officially said that he is or she is approving of a special master, and that special master is going to be Raymond Dier. And yes, this special master is going to be able to review these documents that were seized at Mar-a-Lago last month, which is what the former president Donald Trump has requested. And it looks like the judge has finally agreed to it, and they have finally picked a specific special master to actually make that happen. Now, it does say that a judge has been appointed as special master, but the judge also rejected the DOJ's bid to delay the Mar-a-Lago ruling. So what does this mean, guys? Hey, it does mean that this is a win for President Donald Trump. Yes, it means that he has won once again, guys. And it looks like the judge ordered Trump to pay 100% of the cost of the review by this special master. And she also granted access to all of the documents, including the classified records under controlled access conditions. Now, the Justice Department, which opposed of the special master as unnecessary, accepted Dier because of his experience in national security cases and with the issues of attorney-client privilege information that was obtained from Mar-a-Lago as well. But the judge refused to allow the Justice Department to continue its review of about 100 classified documents while the special master conducts his own review. And the FBI had searched Mar-a-Lago on August the 8th, guys, looking for evidence of mishandling of national defense documents under the Espionage Act or obstruction of justice. So yes, guys, like I said, this is a huge win for the former president, Donald Trump, in which this particular special master is going to have to review these documents and determine which documents are client privilege as well as which documents are top secret, which that will actually decide and divide those documents up in which documents will actually go to for the review from the DOJ. So again, we'll have to see how this all plays out. But I know the former president Donald Trump is definitely excited about this information. And also in some former President Donald Trump news, yes, He actually spoke on Thursday in which he says that, look, criminal charges against him would actually unleash even bigger problems in an allusion to violence. Yes, the former president, Donald Trump, has hinted that there could be big problems if he is indicted. Yes, Trump didn't reject that. He was referring to violence, but he said in his comments, we're not inciting violence. And yes, guys, we all know that Trump is involved with several investigations around the U.S. as far as the Capitol attack and as well as 2020 election fraud. So he is definitely dealing with a lot of issues right now. But he says that, look, if he is indicted, the United States will be facing some huge problems. Yes, the former president, Donald Trump, has warned on Thursday that he is criminally indicted, there will be big problems, which is an allusion to street violence, that the ex-president didn't necessarily reject those from happening. But in this particular interview with conservative radio host Hugh Hewitt, Trump said of a potential indictment, I don't think the people of the United States would stand for it. He added that, look, I think that you'd have bigger problems in this country, the likes of which perhaps we've never seen before. These are his exact words, guys. And during this particular interview with the radio host, yes, Hewitt broached the possibility of his comments could be taken as condoning violence. And yes, Trump replied and said that, look, that's not inciting violence. I'm just saying my opinions. I don't think that the people of this world will stand for it if I was to be indicted. That's what the former president Donald Trump has stated. So, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that with these particular words, he is inciting violence? Or do you think that he is merely just facing and stating the facts that are on the table right now? We all know that the former president Donald Trump has a huge amount of supporters in this country. So, yes, it could be that if he is indicted, those individuals that really support him and stand strong behind him would actually figure out a way to incite violence or do some other things as well, guys. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know down below in the comment section how you feel about these comments made by the former president Donald Trump. But anyways, guys, lastly, but I want to talk about what Trump also said in regards to him running for the 2024 election. Yes, Trump says, look, he can't even imagine being indicted. He said, look, that's just probably not going to happen. He has been able to escape all of the previous things in the past, in which he plans on doing the same thing right now. But he also went forward to say this as well. He said, look, whether or not I'm actually indicted, it doesn't stop me from running in the 2024 presidential election. So again, guys, he is still standing behind it, saying that he is still going to run in the 2024 election, and he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. And he actually said that, look, he can't even imagine being indicted, let alone for them to actually pull the trigger on this. But anyways, guys, he is still standing by his word that he is potentially going to be a GOP run mate against everyone else that is planning on running as well. But me, myself, Budget Bill, I stand behind what I've stated in the past on several videos, that I personally do not think that he will run in 2024. Hold me accountable, guys. Hold me accountable. If it does happen, I will eat my words on this channel. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. And I hope all this information was helpful to you today. Well, that's all I have for you today, but as a quick reminder, don't forget about the promotion with moomoo, where they are giving out 15 free stocks. That link is down below, guys. But anyways, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.